So Jenny, welcome and thank you for taking part in this little series that we've called Have You Got a Few Minutes? That's the opportunity for you to chat, ask you a little bit about your home, your family, your work life, and that's where I want us to begin. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Jenny, and your home and your work.
Okay, well, as many of you know here in Molesworth, my name is Jenny Brown. My mum and I are members of Molesworth Church here, and I had a birthday there on Sunday, so I'm getting older. And I have two sisters and one brother. My youngest sister is saved, but my other sister and my brother aren't saved. But I married my husband Eric, and we have three boys, Graham, Paul and Ian. And many of you will know Ian, the youngest one. But unfortunately, on the 2nd of November, that was just on Monday there, Eric passed away. That's 11 years ago, and he died of cancer. But then after that, I wanted to work with cancer patients, so a job came up in South Tyrone Hospital in Dungannon, and I was very fortunate to get that job working with cancer patients, and also get to go to Craigavon to work with the doctors doing the palliative care clinics. But then in March, COVID kicked in, and our boss came up from Newry and told us that we had to close down to keep our patients and ourselves safe. So that happened very quickly, and also the palliative care clinics in Craigavon stopped as well. Before I knew, I was redeployed to working in Newry Hospice in the inpatients, and I haven't worked in the wards for years. I worked in a nursing home, but totally different altogether, totally. And that's how where COVID has brought me today up until now.
Some absolutely vital work then that you're involved in. What are the good sides and the challenging sides to your work? And maybe I'll ask along with that, how does being a Christian make a difference to your work?
Well, the good side of my work is I am very thankful that I have a job. They could have came and told me maybe, at the minute you may go home and to see what way things, but no, right away they said if you're happy enough to travel up and down to Newry. So I'm so thankful that I have a job, as so many people at the minute have lost jobs and are finding it very hard. So I am so thankful for that. Even though some days it's very, very busy, and I'm so thankful that none of our patients to date have had COVID. The minute they come in through the doors, they're taken down to their room. They all have their own room, which is great. And that's the first thing we do as nurses, is do their COVID swabs. And so far, none of the patients have had COVID, which I think is amazing so far. And I just hope and pray that that continues to be. But we just have to wear the full PPE until we get that result. And I'm so thankful for the many people around the Newry area who have bringing PPE to the hospice and hand sanitisers. I'm so thankful for all that we have plenty of PPE, and that is amazing as well. As I said, all the patients have their own rooms, but every day to me is a good day when I'm fit to get up out of my bed. My granny used to say that to me, and she was a great Christian lady. And any day you see yourself in the mirror and you're up going to your work, it's a great day, and I believe that as well. The palliative care clinics have started back up again in Craigavon, which is great, on a Thursday. So one day a week now I'm in Craigavon doing 7 hours, and then the others is some weeks I have 2 long days, some weeks 1, it just depends. And their week starts on a Sunday, so like this week I am working Wednesday, Thursday. There's no clinic on Thursday because the doctor's off, but then Sunday for next week, and it's as if you have 12 hours in the 1 week, but 12 starts for the next week. But that's all good, so it is. But there's challenges as well, and it's the COVID word, yes, and that brings many challenges. But as I say, to keep ourselves safe, we do the swabs as soon as the patients come in, and we wear the full PPE. Some of our patients do find it hard with the face masks, and even the staff as well. Our speech just is muffled, and the patients are going, what have you said? What do you say? What do you mean? And that is hard, so we have to talk a lot slower and maybe a wee bit louder. And I would talk fast anyway, and even tonight, I am talking a bit fast maybe at times. But also the visiting is a challenge as well for patients, yes, who come in for symptom management. They're going home again, and it's one visitor for 1 hour between the hours of 2 and 4. But if that patient is end-of-life care, which the patient is dying, then that is reassessed again by the nurse in charge, and the family is spoken to, and a plan is drew up just what the visiting arrangements are, keeping within all the policies and procedures and that. And I find it a challenge. There was one day when I was working, we had a wee lady that I met in clinic, and I hardly knew her when she came in. She was coming in really to die, and I couldn't just believe the change. But after that wee lady died, then I had to go into a man. It was actually a priest who was sitting at the front door waiting to be admitted, and you just had to go from feeling for a family that have lost, the husband had lost his wife, and they were from a foreign country, and there was an interpreter, to be coming out and putting that smile on and dealing with a new admission. That's very challenging, I think, just in maybe the type of work it is, you know. But sometimes we prayers have been said sort of, and I know the Lord is with me and guiding me through that, and that's the only way that I can do it. And my faith at work, yes, my faith, yes, gives me the strength for every day, and especially at my work as well, and I couldn't do it on my own strength, definitely not. And all the glory goes to the Lord. It's not about me or, you know, anybody else. It's just about the Lord, what he does through me. And I have prayed even myself about certain situations, even with my family, maybe about my family, or even different things, you know, and maybe they're not answered the way that I'd want them to be answered, but God has a bigger plan, and we trust him totally with his plan, and he never lets us down. As a Christian at work, we have to be very careful as well, as I'm sure you have read yourself. Nurses have lost their jobs through maybe wanting to pray with somebody, give somebody a Bible. We just have to be so careful. But I believe, just like my granny done for me, prayed and prayed and prayed for me. She never really lectured me or anything, but I'm sure sometimes she wanted to. But yes, I believe in what we do and say at work is vital, and it's a ministry as well. It's the small things that the patients and even your work colleagues don't forget. It's the wee things like sitting down even to listen to somebody, share somebody else's story. With my work colleague at work, you know, maybe they've had a problem with a patient, just sitting down and just talking to them, listening to them, and maybe giving them a wee bit of just guidance. But that's very, very important. What we do and say at work is a ministry in itself. It is the small things that the patients and my work colleagues don't forget. Taking time to listen, how we do our work, what we say and how we say it. By being non-judgmental, being compassionate to others, having respect no matter what, saying thank you, and also something maybe that they always don't know is just praying for them. There's a wee verse that I really just cling on to all the time, and it's found in Isaiah 41, verse 10. Fear not, for I am with you. I will strengthen you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Having God in my life is everything. Even if I go through the deepest darkness, I will not be afraid. Lord, for you are with me. And that's found in Psalm 23, verse 4.
Jenny, with demanding work like that and all sorts of challenges each day, it's good to leave work and to come home, have some time to relax outside of work. How do you do that? What are the things you really enjoy?
Well, I like to sew, I like to knit, cook, and read as well. And also my friend Dorothy has a farm, and I like to go to it. I do a wee bit of shopping for her, and her and her husband have a farm, as I said, just outside Cookston. I was down there today, and we maybe just go down over the fields, and there on the 1st of June there was a wee calf born, Paula, who's 5 months old, and I got to feed her with a bottle, and I really enjoy that. They're a great Christian couple, and I'm so blessed to have them as friends, and they've encouraged me so much in my Christian walk, and just amazing. And that is from go down the lane in their hut to the farm. I find that even the drive down is relaxing. We do have a wee cup of coffee, and today we sat at the fire and had a chat and that with a cup of coffee, of course. And I like to go to Castle Rock as well and have a wee walk along the beach. Yeah.
Jenny, we really appreciate what you've been sharing with us this evening. For your encouragement, I would like to encourage the people who are watching this to pray for you. So are there things you would particularly like them to remember in prayer, personally, or for your family, or for your work?
Yeah, for my work, definitely all the wee patients and their families at this time with COVID. Just it's hard enough going through a cancer journey, but with that at COVID, and just trying to keep the families that are coming in to visit as well, and sanitising their hands and all that there that goes with that. Just to pray for those families and the restricted visiting and that there. And it is hard, especially for the younger families. You know, we had a lady there, 49, with 4 young children, you know, and that's so hard. Needed to be in hospice to get her pain, and I just value the prayers just for the patients and my work colleagues as well. A lot of them non-Christians this time down in Uri, as in Dungannon. I had about 3 Christian friends, and that's the difference, but I enjoy what I'm doing. I'd like you to pray also for my family and friends, some of them that know you, yeah, and some of them that know you but don't walk with you. And I'd value prayers for those. And also my future, I don't know, will I be going back to Dungannon? Will I be staying in Uri? The girls say I'm staying, but I don't really know. Management hasn't said anything yet. But just, I do love it. I love working in the wards, just the travelling in the dark. I'm not good now at the dark. I'm going down to work in the dark and coming home in the dark, but I've plenty of time to listen to my CDs and pray, keeping my eyes on the road and that there. But just, yeah, those are some of the prayer points.
Thank you so much, Jenny. We're really encouraged by the way the Lord is using you in your work situation, and it's our prayer that the Lord will continue to bless you and encourage you and help you and use you in his service every day as you have opportunity to give glory to him. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.